Good day, I'm Bill Fisher. I'm the owner of this property, and I'd like to show you about the water filtration system that we've had installed. We live on a well, and so the water comes in from the well, and then it goes through a meter. All the water out here is metered, so every year we can give an annual report on how many gallons we use. It goes through a sediment filter that takes out the finer parts of sand or gravel that's in a well. This is a mature well, so there's not very much of that, but we keep the sediment filter. It helps protect your appliances that use water. It goes through a tank. This tank, in conjunction with this tub of salt, are the water softener portion of the system. And then after it goes through those systems, it comes back and goes through this tank, which is a neutralization tank to maintain the proper pH level. And then from there, it goes through runs to the hot water heaters for the hot water runs in the house, and then up through the cold water runs through the house. All of the maintenance on these two tanks is done by a company called Affordable Water. So if we have issues or need to refill them or anything, we call Affordable Water, and they come out and take care of it. As the homeowner, I'm responsible for maintaining the sediment filter and for maintaining the salt in the salt container. Okay, first thing we'll do is we'll add salt for the water softener system. Very simple. Remove the lid. Take 40-pound bags of salt. And put them in. Okay, this is the last bag. I normally add 3 bags at a time. For this past year, 2020, we used 33 bags of salt for the total year. That's about the level we have, and then once you're satisfied you got what you need and it looks all nice and clean, you just put the lid on, log what you've used. I keep a paper log right here for salt and for filters. So over time I know how many we have used. Now we'll change the sediment filter. The whole system right now is under water pressure because the water is coming in from the well. So the first thing you do is you have to shut the water off. This shuts the water line off from the well into the system. This shuts the water line off from the system into the rest of the house. So the line is shut off, there's no pressure coming in. Next, we have to take the system and take it out of service. Right now it's in service. So we turn the valve where it says backwash, and if you can hear it, the pressure just drained off of the tank. So at this point there is no pressure on the system. Now we can take off the housing. Just loosen it a little bit. Take out the old filter and empty the residual water. And then I'd like to, if you look in here, you can see there is no sediment. It's pretty clean. So I'd like to just, as a little safety, put a splash of water in, swirl it around, and dump it out. Now before, again, another safety precaution is to add just a little bit of bleach into the container, about a cup full, so that when you put it back in, it'll be more sanitary. Put a little water in the bottom. I use 20 micron filters all year round. We put the 20 micron filter in, let it sit where it belongs. And then you reinsert it. And you tighten it. So the new filter's in place. First thing we do is put the system back into service. As it reads in service there. And then we turn some water on. Never turn the water on full strength. Just start with a little bit. Slowly fill the reservoir there. Yep. Once you got the water turned on, it's wise just to make a check around the edge to see if you detect any water leaks. If you're reasonably satisfied with that, you can slowly add more and more pressure on the system. The reason you don't want to turn it on all the way, you have elbows, and you don't want to take a chance of putting too much pressure in and blowing one of those elbows off. And you do the same thing when you put the water back into the system in the house. You turn on a little bit so all the elbows throughout the house do not get stressed. And so you just gradually add a little pressure and a little pressure, and then you're done. And that's all it takes to maintain the water system here at 19770 Roman Drive, Colorado Springs. It's a good system. We've had it for 21 years. Been very satisfied with it. It is a little work, but you know, we live out here in the country, and if you want to maintain anything properly, at times it takes a little bit of work. This past year I used 8 filters here, so 33 40-pound bags of salt and 8 filters over the course of 1 year, and that's pretty normal. Thank you very much. Have a good day.